Fun, Six. So you got some known favorites here. Again, it's a mix of teams from all around. You got some. You also have Six and Donald from Botswana and Australia, respectively. You also have people from Singapore, South Korea. So it's just an amalgamation of different places here in down payment side. While XOXO is just Thailand's finest.
Yeah, you could also argue Down Payment is the only international team here in Ignite Stage 2. Here, at least here in the Asia region.
That's fair. That's fair.
And and making it to playoffs is definitely a great look for Down Payment as a team. You've got a lot of different players from different teams, not only from nations, like we mentioned, also teams. You've got Six and I believe Kakai, both from Kanga. Donald is... I might have gotten mixed up. I know Six, Kakai, Donald and Lumi actually all have played in the Oceania region back in Stage 1. Some players being on Kanga, some players being on Vicious. And just
I wouldn't be. Yeah, I think you are right. I remember you and Multi talking about that in week 1. So let's look at the picks and bans here. They do have a one-sided Ultron and XOXO side. Well, we do have a pretty interesting types of bans on the side of I'd say Down Payment, because they took out the Jeff, but they wanted to make sure they didn't have Dive, so they went and took out the Venom as well. So that's not even on the table for them to consider. So
that's a
they
great
might consider, the Cap if they really would just want to eliminate Dive, but no, going out to the Luna.
Yeah, going after the Luna instead. Another good option to take away from XO. Venom definitely is one of the catalysts in these dive compositions. Venom really likes to go in. Venom is that premier dive vanguard that a lot of teams like to rely on. And if you're going full dive and the Venom goes in first, it's easy pickings for XO. But without that Venom, without that symbio, it's going to make things a little bit more difficult. But now we are on season 4.0, so you do have other heroes that could take its place.
Yeah, so just the denial of strategists from Down Payment, but you have that one Vanguard that can dive, since XOXO is synonymous to that. They do lock in, I would say, the strategists that did pick up in terms of stocks in this new season. Adam, Ultron, Mantis to run the triple support. You need at least one of them to run a rough shot up against your adversaries. And they seem to have all three of them. So now it's, Mantis is out, but they have at least two. So they can go for an anchor strategist for this lineup to work. However, we're already seeing Down Payment kind of flirting with the idea of having an anti-dive in the name of Namor in their lineup, along with the Hulk.
Great options to nullify the dive, top it off with a Magneto as well. Just to give that bubble extra insurance that a key strategist survives a dive or a burst. But only time will tell, as XOXO01 looking to all in on this dive composition. Sungjuk Woo, look at that. He's on his signature hero, that Spider-Man that we all know and love.
Not that friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. This Spider-Man is out for blood, and right away already setting up shop here. So they didn't ban out the Spider-Man, and that's what you're going to get here. Let's see if he's going to make a big play here. Note that Namor hasn't set up any squids just yet. Already set it up. Actually, they are going also an anti-dive with a lone field. Some Shaku getting taken out. Oh, and also accompany that with the Namor. Unfortunately, the BRP is not going to be with them, but it's going to be used on Seifa instead.
Yeah, great look coming in from Down Payment, shutting down Sungjuk Woo before the fight even starts. A great snipe, a great right click from Donald to seal the deal before the Spider-Man does anything. And now XO looking to regroup as Down Payment take control. Alone Phil hops off Namor and quickly switches over to Star-Lord.
Yeah, Sungjuk Woo onto the Captain America. So no, all right, we tried it out. It's not going to work out. Let's not let it snowball. Alone Phil was going with that Star-Lord just to add more damage and also a bit of ganking potential here. So they are just focusing down on this Magneto, and Ace able to, with the aggression, push forward with his team.
Yeah, the mix of right clicks and left clicks coming in from Ace is just enough to take him out, as Ace also finds Bobo King on the side as well. Downpayment is still in control of the site, but how much longer do they have left is the big question. Olympios figures that it's time to start spinning, start firing away. As 27A's looking to hunt down 6. But the site, though, it's still in Downpayment's favor, as Lumi does pop the Fate of Both Worlds just to try to buy as much time as possible, as Ace gonna get taken out. Also, Sungjung Blue going to find the trade, but it all looks like XO as they finally do take control of the site, and Downpayment will settle at a very nice number.
Yeah, I do like that they spent their ultimates just to push the pressure a little bit. But now we're seeing a bit of change up now. They're not going for the anti-dive. They are going for the Emma Frost, Psylocke, and Magneto team up just so that they can hunker down here. Still going for a 2-2-2 type strategy, but you do have Karmic Revival on XOXO side. And Sungjung Woo, a master at diving here, is going to get the attention off the Psylocke, as Furakaka is going to try and keep all his teammates alive here. Donald does have the Meteor M, so how will they respond once he uses it? Ooh, doesn't even need to.
Yeah, 1-for-1 trade though overall. As Sungjung Woo dives right in, and everyone on XO will follow suit. Meteor goes wide, targeting onto Starward of Alone Fills, but Donald will go down using the map to just prevent any further staggers from happening.
True, and also just starve them of that ultimate. So a great hold on XOXO's side. We still haven't seen the full potential of this change-up away from the Namor, since they didn't go full dive. 6 still holding on to the end song, but unfortunately Donald used up that Meteor M, so they can't wombo combo it. Note that on your left was able to get the BRB going, even though they had a 1-for-1 trade-off. So they're still ahead here, as the Rage of Ultron is going to force out the boundary. But we do see Lumi taking out 27A's.
The Karmic Revival, though, does bring both of them back into the fight, but keep in mind it's 27A's without that Rage of Ultron. Alone just spinning and winning. And so is Zeta as well. This just complete up house. Downpayment not looking so hot right now, as XO look to take control of round number 1, and they will do so in a commanding fashion.
That was crazy. I mean, they did try going for the dive, and I like the discipline. They knew it didn't work out. They switched up right away, and Downpayment couldn't find a solution to the cap of Sungjung Woo. You have also the 2-2-2 type lineup. Sorry, you have the 3 strategist lineup on the Adam Warlock and the Ultron, which are usually one of them is banned, but XOXO are having their way, and they're coming into this next team fight with Alone Fills to push the Galactic Legend. Bobo King really needs to set up the Dance of the Butterflies if he wants to be able to pick off the one strategist that they can try to that doesn't have escapability, which is that Warlock.
Ultron is the future.
A lot of things to consider on the side of Downpayment. This is only the second round of this map, number 1, so there is time to adjust, a time to figure out what they want to do throughout this entire series. This is a marathon, no longer a best-of-3 sprint.
We're obviously going to see a best-of-5, dude. We just have to accept it.
Yeah. At that point, it's inevitable.
True. We might as well go for the 4-peat, right? So let's see how Downpayment will... They have 2 checks to work with here, and at least Lumi, having the Fate of Both Worlds, can kind of charge their way towards the area.
But there's also Bobo King as well with the Dance of the Butterfly. Ace forced into the cocoon. Well, can they afford to track it down is the question, as a great Hulk shield is going to keep everyone alive. Ooh. As trades coming in left and right. BRB going to be used to get Alone Fills back into the fight, and now the man advantage in favor of XO.
This was
as everyone on Downpayment getting staggered and forced away from the site, and it's all XO from here.
Yeah, Bobo King trying to go for a sneak play there, but Ace slowly chasing down Psylocke. Be very careful. Nice checking his corners. And Ace staggering Bobo King here. Great trade-off there. And it seems like Ace is slowly building his way towards to get that Karmic Revival.
Yeah, great pick onto Bobo King. Prevents the flank potential. They don't have to worry about that anymore. As the rest of XO just looking to just hold down the core. Oh my gosh, Ace almost takes out Bobo King again.
That's crazy. I think he has a personal vendetta against Psylocke if that's the case.
I don't blame it.
Yeah, that's true. Donald, though, just for him to get the rage away, had to spend and also get the elimination onto 27 Ace. Ace does have Karmic Revival, but now Bobo King with that receipt to take out Ace with the Dance of the Butterflies. And now the CYA just for the sustain, but Lone Fills falls to the Goddess of Death.
Yeah, now 6 up in the sky with the Goddess of Death as Bobo King helps out with the cleanup. And now a down payment taking control with XO settling at 59.
Yeah, definitely Bobo King starting that with the flanks. I mean, if at first you don't succeed, try again. However, XOXO coming into this next one with a Freedom Charge to push alongside with the Star-Lord, Warlock, as well as the Emma Frost ultimate. Downpayment has to play this very carefully. They only have one defensive ultimate to work with.
Yeah, XO has a lot of opportunities to get control of the site yet again. And just like that, Bobo King goes down. Thanks to the Psionic Seduction coming in from Zeta. And now Downpayment will use Fun Psionic Seduction to try to find something, but it looks like it's all going to be used for defense instead, as Furukakai will use the Invisible Boundary just to keep everyone alive, keep everyone inside the site, inside of the point, as they look to tie up the percentage points here.
Downpayment doing a great job just cleaning up. XOXO not forced to go for the Karmic Revival just yet. Let's try and go back in this team fight altogether. So it seems like they're just waiting for the Warlock. Again, Ace doing a great job sniping out Bobo King, but Bobo King has been really good with the 1v1 exchanges. We're going to hit the 70% mark. They're not going to teleport in, so they are forcing to just hold them here next to their spawn location.
Thank you.
So far, so good. 20 more seconds. Downpayment needs to hold unless XO have a way to get back in. Songjung gets exploded by Bobo King. And that forces Ace to use the Karmic Revival just to keep everyone alive. Lone Fills and Zeta will fall, but they will go right back up.
True, and now the Dance of the Butterflies just to the CYA. We get the elimination of that tether, and now it just seems like 27A's needs to do a bit of cleanup here as the Goddess of Death and Meteor M are ready, and they actually trade off here in XOXO, not looking like they're in too good of a shape. Songjung needs to teleport and needs to teleport now.
Songjung prepping up the portal, but it's just him and 27A's that are going to be able to defend this site, as 6 is doing so much work right now, and everyone else of XO cannot stall. They can't get it done, as Downpayment secure round number 1, or round number 2 actually.
We're in for a treat here, a back and forth here on both sides. So now Downpayment have made the adjustments. I do believe Bobo King onto the Psylocke is a problem, so they're the ones being dove onto. So what is the solution for this? Ace is being targeted out, and it seems like they need a little magic, Dan.
Yeah, magic indeed, as Songjung Woo is playing just that. A hero that did get a decent amount of buffs now in Season 4.0. And that's, in my personal experience, is one of the most annoying divers I have to ever deal with, and it's so annoying.
What's scary is that she has sustain as a diver, right? And she can brawl too, because every time she deals damage, she has overhealth and she can sustain. And if you're playing a triple strategist lineup, and if you also, well, in this case, a double strategist plus the freedom charge, she could do a lot of damage in the front lines and also dive on in, so no one is safe when Songjung Woo is on that magic. So let's see if Downpayment is going to be ready for this.
I'm interested to see how Songjung Woo plays this out, but for now, both teams looking to meet each other up at the high ground before the site becomes available to both sides.
Zeta
jumping in, looking around, but Donald and the rest of the crew looking to find a pick onto Zeta. And will that be the tipping point here? Cyanide Seduction also going to be used by Fun just to zone everyone of XO away, and they will do exactly that as 6 finds 27 A's. Bobo King finds Alone Fills. It is total map control for Down Payment as they take control immediately.
Yeah, that was actually a shutdown on the side of Down Payment. We did see Seiza trying to go for that dive, but they did kind of split apart. We do have 3 checks on XOXO's side. While Down Payment has a good balance, they do have Invisible Boundary to save everything up. But Sungjuk Woo has to be very careful with how he's going to try and play this dive, because Bobo King now is going to start things off with a Dance of the Butterfly and take out 3, 4. Look at that, a triple kill on the side of Bobo King. Just get a triple elim and now forcing Star-Lord to hightail it out of there.
Yep, great movement coming in from Malone Fills just to prevent any further staggers. But now XO back on the reset mode. Now have to find a different approach.
That is the question, right? They're slowly building up their ultimates. So is Lumi. Totally fine. Alone Fills now just trying to scout on ahead just to see if anyone is there. And it seems like they're going to get the first pick off here as Alone Fills Bubble plus Galactic Legend, but we still stay alive, says Down Payment. Only one person traded off.
Yeah, Bubble King takes the skies to take away Alone Fills from the fight. Here comes Ace with the Meteor. They just need to target the Invisible Woman, but they're not going to find that mark. They do find Lumi instead. And they will gladly take that as Down Payment looking to hold, looking to stay on the site. Plus 27 A's has something to say about it with the Invisible Boundary. We'll buy a bit of time, but Sungjuk Woo is not creating as much impact as we were expecting, as every one of Down Payments finally are going to go down as Ace and the rest of XO finally take control of the site.
Who heard you? He's like, all right, let me get on the board here to take out 6 and finally get onto the point. So now it is XOXO that is bunkering down to just hold this area. I mean, Bobo King, you have to admit, got so much pickoffs with the Dance of the Butterflies and just being an absolute nuisance here, trying to just get as much as he can, but Bobo King quite low. Seitha waiting for him to pop up here. Let's see if he's gonna go for it. He's gonna charge right on in as he goes for the strategist. We switch on over to the Dance of the Butterflies. They're all clumped together just to keep everyone alive, but Bobo King takes out Alone Fills, and now the Dark Child is gonna come into the mix. Quite low, but we still continue on here as they trade 1 for 1.
Coming in, deny the Dark Child from Sungjuk Woo, switching over to Spider-Man as Bobo King and Lumi teaming up to find 2. 6 is threatening with the Gods of Death as well, just to force XO into cover. But can the portal come in time? It looks like it does, and it will allow them to tap onto the site. How does XO get back into this if it even is possible?
That was quite unfortunate.
Just getting piled on in.
Yeah, that invisible boundary as he piled on in was just not in their favor, and Down Payment just making sure they are going to stay dominant here. And look at that, the denial of the Karmic Revival. No insurance for you, sir. And now Down Payment just putting the finishing touches on this checkmate scenario, and Down Payment facing adversity at the start, but weathering out that early storm for them to be able to get this 3rd map.
What a win for Down Payment. Just being able to deny the Karmic Revival is a great heads-up play, honestly, from Down Payment, knowing that you cannot give any options of a comeback as the rest of Down Payment take over in map number 1 here.
Yeah, I would say MVP well deserved on Bobo King's side. He was definitely the playmaker and also the one to be able to charge on through with that Psylocke. So amazing performance on Down Payment's side. They had the right idea to try and counter the dive, but once XOXO was kind of forced out of their element, they just played this lineup and it worked to perfection.
Perfection is what exactly they were looking for. Now Down Payment a third of the way there from a best of 5 win over XOXO01. XOXO01 just after that first round just didn't look like they had much didn't have much control of anything really. They're just getting staggered, picked off left and right. Props to Downpayment as well for just controlling and holding down Sungjok Woo from doing what he does best, just dive in and doing as much damage, as much disruption as possible. And Downpayment setting the tone here in this best of 5 series. How does EXO adjust from here though?
That's the question. They were trying to adjust accordingly and trying to adjust with the picks, and I'd say they were kind of forced out of their element. So it's still up in the air. We've seen how these matches go. We haven't seen a series that. Oh wait, was it Onside Gaming? No. It was always a back and forth since we did reach that best of 5. So
yeah.
I wonder if Downpayment is gonna carry this over and continue on with their dominant streak up against one of the best. XOXO is actually an invited team, so that says a lot about this the stakes here.
Yeah, EXO are a contender here in stage 2. They were contenders in stage 1 as well, but now they are starting at the back foot. This is a best of 5, so they do have time to come back into the series. We'll see if they're going to be able to here in map 2, but we're going to take a short break, so don't go anywhere.
Oh yeah, 필요할 때 내가 널 지켜줄게. 간절히 바라면 이루어지는 마법인 거야. 운명의 소리 들려. 여기서 저기서 날 찾으면 달빛이 날 비춰와. 시작해야 let's go. 어둡고 흘러는 우주 따뜻한 눈으로 감싸는 순간 신비롭게 녹아내릴 거야. 좀 더 기다려. 쓰러지지 마. 끝까지 일어나야 해. 어딜 가든지 극복해. 힘은 너에게 있는 걸. 소리 높여 노래를 불러. 작은 걱정 따윈 던지고 최선을 다해. 처음에 쳐봐. 어둠이 떠 날 때까지 아름다운 꿈을 밝혀봐. 우리에게 달려서 그 세계 운명. 쓰러지지 마. 끝까지 일어나야 해. 어딜 가든지 극복해. 힘은 너에게 있는 걸. 소리 높여 노래를 불러. 작은 걱정 따윈 던지고 최선을 다해. 처음에 쳐봐. 어둠이 떠 날 때까지 아름다운 꿈을 밝혀봐. 우리에게 달려서 그 세계 운명. 눈이 부신 모든 순간들 지켜내야 해. 내가 좋아지려면 꿈꿨던 너와 나 그래들의 승리 완명해. The way.
Downpayment pulling off a map 1 victory against XOXO01, and now we move into round number map number 2, I should say. Now with XO in the back foot, what do they choose for their map, and how do they adjust to come back into the series?
That is the question, and we will find the answers to that in just a bit. But we've seen, I mean, I don't know if the luster of, oh, is this going to be one-sided or not, has changed because of the matches we have seen before. I am also, oh, the Dark Child, crazy. I'm getting a bit of stuttering on my end. But yeah, it's just the way that these intense matches have been going that we can't call it just yet. So I wonder, Chad, how you guys are feeling in this match. Is it a 50-50? Is it not? Because I think me and Dan were saying that this was the most 50-50 we'd see, and we thought, hey, out of all these matches, I think this would go the best of 5. But
yeah, we didn't expect the
entire.
Yeah, boy, were we wrong. Yeah, that's exactly what we said. Oof, there's a world where this also goes the distance. It goes to 5, but True. We've got a long way before we get to that point. And maybe XOXO find a way to get back. This is a team that really likes to operate on the dive composition, whereas Downpayment, they're a more traditional type of composition. They go for the simplicity. They go with what works, and they are doing just that. And for now, it's been working wonders for them, especially King on that Psylocke that we have been seeing in Stage 1, especially when he was on Rival. Mm-hmm. He was just an absolute menace on that Psylocke, but now looking ahead as XO choosing Spider Islands this time around. This is the first time we've seen it here in playoffs.
Yeah, you know what? Spider Islands is not necessarily a popular pick when it comes to group stage and also Asia in general. So Spider Islands coming in here, knowing, probably taking it to Spider-Man's advantage, I'm not sure, as Sung Juk-woo did try to persist. But let's take it back to the dive, right? I think Sung Juk-woo made more of a difference when he was on the Captain America. So they kind of sniped out the magic and also the Spider-Man very well. They countered it very well. So I wonder if they're still going to persist with that and go with the flashy plays and try to force them into just playing that aggressive style and just countering them every step of the way.
Yeah, but you also have to think, Downpayment also banned away the Venom, which is the premier dive Vanguard. And I'm sure XOXO really wanted to pick that up, but unfortunately it was just taken away from them. They had to go with the other options like the Hulk, like the Captain America, and unfortunately it just wasn't working out for them. And now Downpayment, do they run back the Venom ban? I'm sure they will, but it's all gonna come down to this draft here, as we have yet to see if Downpayment look to make minor adjustments. But on the side of XO, what kind of adjustments do they make on their end as well?
That's true. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? If this strategy gets you so much results, why not just keep rocking it until the end and force your team or force your opponents to actually change up their strategy? Downpayment will be defending while XOXO will be charging through here in this convoy map of Spider Island. Place your parlays now and who you guys think, because this is I mean, I don't know which one is actually has the advantage, because XOXO, sure, they're an invited team, but as you pointed out, international team on Downpayment side, and you have people on different sides of Marvel Rivals championships, different regions as well, doing very well in this matchup. So this is the most 50-50 we're possibly going to get.
And a quick little shout out here. It looks like Liger has appeared in the chat. The OCE caster himself coming in to show some support for Downpayment. A lot of the OCE players are now on this team here in the Asia region, and they all have taken a map. So that's going to be exciting here for any fans from the OCE region. As we do move further and further into these picks and bans, Emma going to be banned away on the side of XO. A great ban if you're going to all in onto this dive composition that you want to go for.
Wow, just attacking the vanguards here. Taking out also Doctor Strange.
Okay.
So we take out the portal on the side of Downpayment. So I like this. They did save up the Magneto. So that is one of the best when it comes to Vanguard utility and also versatility. And now we're going to switch things up on over to the Strategist, taking out both the Mantis and the Luna Snow. And they have a chance to just secure at least maybe they couldn't secure an Ultron. So they actually secure the Luna. So one-sided Luna, one-sided Downpayment.
Yep. Lumi has been doing very well on that hero. Is just able to keep the team alive, keep the Fate of Both Worlds up and going when the time comes to it. And now XO, what do they ban LA? They do take out the Adam Warlock, so they deny down payment of a second chance in some of these team fights, and they will take Emma Frost for themselves.
Interesting. I wonder if they're going to respond also with another, because they were able to shut down the Warlock. So they're going to take out the Magneto. Now XOXO has their dive. They have their Captain America. They also have the Venom to work with. No Shark, unfortunately, on XOXO's side, but down payment can rock the Jeff if they choose to. Note that this map also kind of rewards triples, so that could be on the table for down payment to start out with.
So far, how does XO want to go for this, though? They are on the attacking side this time around. Down payment, we should expect them to go the triple, the triple Vanguard, triple strategist defense that a lot of teams have adapted in these kinds of modes on Convoy and Convergence. And how does XOXO pull through this, what on paper is a very tanky defense, but it looks like down payment aren't going for the triple. They're gonna go for 2-2-2.
But look at XOXO. I don't know. Again, we have people in the chat or people watching can't see this yet, but we have seen XOXO kind of go triple dive. Just in front of our screen right now, folks. Sung Woo is thinking of going the Iron Fist, while Alone Phil's on that Wolverine. You're gonna see it shortly, as they are going to actually make this lineup work here as just the sole tank here. So, and we got two. Yeah, it's a 3. Oh wait, sorry, it's a 1-3-2.
Yeah, a little bit of a complicated numbers here, but Alone Phil's, keep in mind, does have the rocket jump available. So if he does go for the kidnap, he can just go sky high. I've seen other teams use that strategy before. And here it's going to be no different. Sung Woo doing a lot of damage here as Bobo King and 6 laying down the hurt as well, as the lamps aren't going to save Ace this time around, as Donald is able to follow up with another one. And now it's a 2-man advantage for just a few more seconds in favor of down payment.
You gotta love how Donald is setting up these walls, just cutting off any attempts for heals, cutting off any attempts at anything, while setting up Bobo King for him to flank his way, for him to set up a really good angle. So now we change things up. XOXO going with a Hulk here, as Sung Woo did not get any value out of the Iron Fist. Still holds strong here as Fun almost got kidnapped, but luckily Invisible Boundary was there.
Raids coming in. Fun going down so well on your left, as Sung Woo just jumping in and out of the fray. Just buying a bit of space, giving XL room to work with, but the Strangling Prison will find Zeta and will take him out. Lumi does have to bit of both worlds and will keep down payment alive for just a bit longer. Goddess of Death now going to be popped by 6, but Donald is going to get shredded down. Can 6 find any opportunity to get a trade down? It doesn't look like he will be able to, as everyone of XO just runs for cover.
Yeah, and you gotta give it up for XOXO slowly pushing forward here, and now we're gonna allow Seita and Sung Woo to just drop their ultimate, as on your left takes out Fun, and it's slowly but surely all going XOXO's way as he takes out 6, and Alone Phil sends Donald back to the spawn, so it seems like a no contest, I'd say unlock of the point here.
Oh my gosh, how did that connect? Alone Phil's. You see them play so much Wolverine back in stage 1, and here he is not showing any signs of stopping. He is still an absolute menace on this Wolverine.
You do see the switch up here, 6 going with the Punisher, while Bobo King has switched it up, not the Psylocke anymore, but the Storm, just to buff some teammates. Omega Hurricane could also help get some displacements and also a spread out. Fun now trying to just get any pickoffs and actually find Seita in the mix. Whoa!
Oh, great last stand, but it's not going to do enough damage to take out anyone. 6 is able to shut down that Wolverine finally, as defense is starting to come into fruition here, as 6 picks up a triple. and will send XO packing.
Yeah, I'll say this much. I think I mean, the Loki, I understand, but we're not playing Season 3.5 anymore, and unfortunately, once the lamps are spent, they could just go for any pickoffs. We've seen that situation happen before, and the way that Downpayment is actually they're putting so much damage on the board that XOXO was not able to hold up when it comes to sustain in that team fight. Now Sungjaku has switched on over to the Venom to try and get a dive going on as Lone Wolf is there, and Final Judgment just to save them away, and it's going to be a pickoff on both sides.
So many targets for 6 to go for, but started to get a little bit dizzy as the invisible boundary does bail XO out. But can they keep going into this fight? Here comes the Omega Hurricane. There is nothing that they can defend this with as Bobo King picks up a triple as 27 A's goes down with a quick flick from Lumi.
Downpayment doing a good job, just I'd say weathering out the early storm and now forcing some discipline out of XOXO. Haven't seen any dives work out just yet, and Downpayment seem to be very ready for this type of matchup. They are holding strong and just denying the spider from moving.
So far, great ultimate timings as well coming in from Downpayment. These ultimates just coming in at the perfect time possible as Sungjaku will find a pick on the Furry Kakai. Lone Pills will follow up as well as the rest of XO looking to push on forward, but they invested so many ultimates in order to do so.
Yeah, and now Downpayment can allow a little bit of real estate to be walked on, but they just got to be able to group up. Furakaka does have a check mark for that invisible boundary as they try and just push this mission vehicle a little further along. So now let's see how they're going to choose to engage this next team fight, because Alone Pills does have his last stand about to be ready, and he does have a little bit of cover, while Ace on this Phoenix can try and look for a pickoff as he tries to go for the End Song Inferno.
It didn't even land, and Bubble King is quick to punish Ace. With a few left clicks as the invisible boundary does come in for XO. Will that push come in? The last stand shuts down 6 and Fun as well. Alone Bills just denies any sort of final judgment coming in from 6.
Yeah, that was
a look to take control of the second point, then a kidnap as well.
Alone Pills kind of carrying that final game there, and now Ace just making sure that he does have utility for him to be able to teleport in just to make sure that they can try to push past these ramps. But Downpayment, I don't know, 6, that was quite an unfortunate trade-off there. That was a good final judgment, but the last stand just answering back and answering in such an emphatic fashion that now Downpayment is behind on ultimates.
And Downpayment will deny a third point. Or do XO figure that this adjustment is the perfect way to go back in? A great kidnap onto Donald. That's going to kick things off here as the Omega Hurricane also doing a bit of damage, but it's not going to be enough as Fun now dangerously low. 6 goes into the fray, trying to shotgun anyone that he sees in point-blank range. Donald still moving onto the site, has the Strangling Prison available. Does he use it now, or does he wait to strike? Invisible boundary burned by Furukakai as the rest of XO taking to the high ground, just crawling all over Downpayment, just finding any sort of opportunities in, and there they go. Everyone of Downpayment dangerously low, taken away. Donald Strangling Prison only strangles himself as the rest of Downpayment get wiped out.
Ooh, and just like that, I think no one is going to be able to contest. We do try and go and change things up. And a final judgment, but the local lamps to keep everyone alive as they try and contest this point. Ace has already switched on over to the Spider-Man to push people away. We have the Thing as well, and Alone Pills is actually taken out of the equation. Downpayment trying to hold strong. They're able to actually get the Punisher off point. 27 Ace still keeping everyone alive. Omega Hurricane to contest. They need to stay on point here, but now it's only 2 out of 3, and we see the 2-person pickoff. XOXO needs to hold strong here and force his final overtime as he gets the pickoff of Bobo King, and Alone Pills is the only one that is here.
Longfield did find a good last stand onto Bubble King, but is it going to be enough, though? And the rest of Down Payment looking to hold, looking to deny this second point. As Lumi just flicking away the lamps coming into fruition, but it's going to be gone just like that. As Down Payment, at least they deny a third, at least they deny an overtime from happening here in map number 2.
I mean, it's a battle of inches at this point. I think Down Payment needs to think that they did not deny them the three-point game, and they have to shoot for that much. Because, man, XOXO kind of found their stride towards the midway point of this game, but unfortunately they couldn't hold strong, and it looked that way for a little bit. But the change up onto Captain America to just hold on to the point, 6 using up the final, the final judgment for him to be able to hold everyone. It's just so hard for you to be able to get back onto the point. We did see Ace kind of switch up the Spider-Man, but no value was gained from there. So we shall see how Down Payment will continue on this dominant streak, or will XOXO tie it up 1 game each?
How this turns out, as the triple is going to be the play for XO. Not the most traditional of triples that we've seen in matches past, but it is one that works.
True. I'm actually... the Venom is actually ready for them to use, but they opt to go for the Strange, Captain America, and the Emma Frost, which, again, it can allow a lot of ground to be covered on grounded fights, which is good. But you have Donald on to the displacement queen herself, Angela. Ooh. Let's see if he's going to actually get any pickoffs here as he just monitors everyone.
Yeah, he's going to find an opportunity here. As the rest of Down Payment looking to hold down. Sungjuk Woo gets shut down immediately. As Donald will follow to do the same with Bobo King there as well. BRB brings back Sungjuk Woo, but already EXO looking staggered.
Yeah, this is hard because XOXO are gonna have to walk all the way back to the team fight here. They do have a Portal to work with, but he's still in the team fight. So now it just seems like slowly but surely Down Payment walking down this alleyway and forcing out ultimates for ultimate, and it was Down Payment that popped the latest invisible boundary, so they're gonna stay a little bit ahead in this team fight. Woo!
Great snipe coming in from 6, taken out on your left. Will use the final judgment. Can they find even more? King and 6 teaming up with the damage, with the duelist potential. Will just wipe the floor of EXO. And Down Payment just pushing on forward, denying any sort of comeback from EXO in this fight. And they will keep this point moving just a bit further.
Yeah, so now it seems like they might go for a portal play here. Seitha, they're all bunched up together. Donald just making sure that he does have a bit of a scouting advantage to see. And we've already popped the portal here. Let's see how this team fight will go. Wow, 27 A's just able to pick off Bobo King from the distance.
Yeah, the silent seduction is proving to be valuable here. They're only going to find one in the likes of Bobo King. That is going to be enough to at least defend as Down Payment look to push in a little bit further. Bobo King has the Omega Hurricane, is just firing away, spinning away. But it's not going to have value into anything as EXO looking to invest some ultimates. Freedom Charge already burned by Sungjuk Woo. Seitha, though, has the Eye of Agamotto. I'm sure Down Payment should be ready for this. We'll see if they're prepared.
Yeah, Ace doing a good job keeping everyone alive and staying out of line of sight. Eye of Agamotto is going to get countered, and 6 is going to punish him accordingly with that Punisher shoddy. And we do see that Ace able to bring back Seitha into the fight. Urakaka doing a good job keeping everyone alive. Ult is going to be used, the invisible boundary, just for Bobo King to take out Sungjuk Woo. And the good hold is being done by XOXO so far, but 6 being a difference maker here with the final judgment.
6 is doing so much damage right now with that final judgment. Now onto the shotgun, but does he have the burst damage to out damage the Fatal Both Worlds? Not at the moment, but it will be able to do so soon as 6 trying to hunt down a target. We'll just flick onto Seitha instead. It's Sungjuk Woo now on the Spider-Man, and it's Looking good for down payment as they look to set their sights on this first point.
Yeah, so just uncontested. I mean, that was an excellent team fight, but you have to give it up for XOXO. They constantly kept trying, and they're still going to try to hold as much as they can, but unfortunately, Sungjaku timing a bit off, unable to get it. Seiza now onto the Venom just to add that dive potential. Note, I see a Black Panther as well on Alone Phil's side, so they're doubling down on this dive composition, but Bobo King able to snipe out Sungjaku in the process, trading Seiza Furakaka, and no value out of the Meteor, and but Fun able to take out one of the vanguards of XOXO. So it seems like down payment is in a group here as Alone Phil's takes out a bit of the backline.
So how well can you pull off the dive? The spectacular spin is going to take out Bobo King. Rest of EXO looking to hold for the time being with the man-to-man is Fun, dangerously low, and Alone Phil's will finish the job. But on the side of EXO, 3 have already gone down. Donald now rocking the Angela yet again. Is looking all but likely to shut down any sort of opportunity that EXO had.
That's crazy how the elims are on down payment side, but I'm surprised the mission vehicle hasn't moved as far. Just down payments, XOXO constantly diving, making sure that they're contesting the point. And now we're past the 2-minute mark of this game. Alone Phil's has switched on over to the Iron Man, so they're really bringing out everything in the kitchen sink to try and answer down payment. And they have to answer this Omega Hurricane that is trying to go for their backline. And it seems like they have to be forced to go for an invisible boundary just for them to contest and just for them to respond to the Omega Hurricane. But now it seems like XOXO has a foothold yet, but down payment is still trying to keep pushing this mission vehicle with the bubble as well as the final judgment to take out 27 A's.
Ace goes down. Donald takes down Ace. The maximum pulse from the Lone Phil's isn't going to do a damn thing. On your left gets skewered as well. Donald is quick to track him down. And down payment looking to just march on into the second point, but I think EXO have enough time to resist this.
Look at the displacement, just taking out the vanguards just to make sure that they can unlock this checkpoint. Bobo King just adding just buffs here and there and taking out elim after elim. Down payment looking pretty good here. Alone Phil did take out Furakaka, but it's still all good. They're still in winning this team fight. Alone Phil did swing up to the Psylocke, and this possibly could be that difference maker that they're going for here, as Fun is the only one that is trying to push the point.
Great team fight coming in for EXO. They're able to hold.
The final 10 seconds.
Now down payment. 10 seconds left now. Down payment need to get onto the site if they want to keep this map from going into EXO's favor. Donald did pop the Angela ultimate to just get that overtime going. Furakaka now onto the Jeff as well. Bobo King, can he find a bit of the ace? Yes, he will. To the skies he takes, and he might take even more as the rest of down payment slowly but surely, it seems, as they are able to just make their way in. But Sungjaku finds a pick onto Ruby. Zeta will follow suit as well. EXO now starting to show signs of life here as Donald will find Ace. But can they find more? It doesn't seem all but likely as Donald will be following as well. Bobo King just trying to keep the site from going to EXO's favor, but they cannot get it done. EXO take map 2.
1 game each. We're in for at least a map number of 4.
I've seen this movie before.
Oh, what kind of Squid Game are we playing here, Dan? But we have to give our kudos, our props to Alone Phil's. Man, you know what? I would say that going up against this type of offense or this type of creativity, you gotta give it up also to Down Payment, because they went through they had to face an Iron Man, a Black Panther. They were going through the entire lineup, but they still tried to hold strong. Yeah. It's every rotation you could think of. I don't know if they were spinning a wheel for them to be able to figure out where to go, but man, that was just they couldn't weather out that storm. I would say though, I mean, Down Payment did a great job getting the elims, but when it came down to it, it comes down to holding the mission area, and that's what XOXO were able to do. Look, 6 got 47 elims. How crazy is that?
Actually,
47
insane.
47 to 47. But if you look at elims on the side of XOXO, it doesn't stack up to that 247s, right? So
yeah,
it just comes down to we're playing objectives, folks, and it doesn't matter. Like, oh, I see the, oh man, I see that a lot when it comes to in-game chat. Look at my KD, I'm good. But if you're not on the area, it doesn't matter. So this is an example of it. XOXO playing to the objectives.
Yeah, that's exactly what they had to do, and they do secure the map using simple fundamentals here. As now we are tied one apiece, and now it's effectively a best of 3 again.
I wouldn't call it a simple fundamental. They were like really just going through the entire.
Yeah. I think yeah. The simple fundamentals is a little too much. That I can agree with.
Yeah. They just tried going through everything. Yeah, and the fact that they were able to push here all the way up until that ramp was really good, and the fact that they're able to hold was really good. Makes me wonder also, maybe Downpayment might try to experiment with a 3 strategist lineup coming to the next one, because the 2-2-2 worked out well, and in team fights that works good, but you want to be able to keep containing and sustaining the mission area. So it's still up in the air, 1 game each. Holy smokes, what is happening, Dan? I'm losing my mind.
I am losing my mind. I am trying my best to give you guys the action. Me and Potch are definitely working overtime, definitely holding down the fort. We're doing our best. We're going to take a few minutes to recover as we come back here for map number 3 between XO and Downpayment. So we'll be right back.
누워진 밤하늘을 가로질러 Oh yeah, oh yeah 필요할 때 내가 널 지켜줄게 간절히 바라면 이루어지는 마법인 거야 분명한 소리 들려 여기서 저기서 날 찾으면 달빛이 날 비춰와 시작해야 let's go 어둡고 흘러는 우주 따뜻한 눈으로 감싸는 순간 신비롭게 기다려 I'll be there 쓰러지지 마 끝까지 일어나야 해 어딜 가든지 극복해 힘은 너에게 있는 걸 소리 높여 노래를 불러 작은 걱정 따윈 던지고 최선을 다해 작품을 쳐봐 어둠이 떠 날 때까지 아름다운 꿈을 밝혀봐 우리에게 달려서 그 세계 운명 어둠이 떠 날 때까지 세계 운명 오랜 시간 간직해온 열망 까만 밤의 빛처럼 빛나 네 눈앞에 바로 어떤 나라 탑을 딱 봐도 superstar 딱 보면 모두 널 지킬 나란 걸 더 지켜볼수록 점점 빠져들어 카리스마 넘쳐 흘러 oh yeah 분명한 소리 들려 여기서 저기서 날 찾으면 달빛이 날 비춰와 시작해야 let's go 어둡고 흘러는 우주 따뜻한 눈으로 감싸는 순간 신비롭게 녹아내릴 거야 좀 더 기다려 I'll be there 쓰러지지 마 끝까지 일어나야 해 어딜 가든지 극복해 힘은 너에게 있는 걸 소리 높여 노래를 불러 작은 걱정 따윈 던지고 최선을 다해 작품을 쳐봐 어둠이 떠 날 때까지 아름다운 꿈을 밝혀봐 우리에게 달려서 그 세계 운명 눈이 부신 모든 순간들 지켜내야 해 내게 주어진 운명
Ladies and gentlemen, we are entering our number 6 in this broadcast, and it's looking like we have 5s all throughout. And we also got leg day in chat, so shout outs to one of the GOATs himself, and also shout outs to Liger. Shout outs to each and every one of you. I know Nell was also joining us in chat. I don't know if Multi is joining us as well, but you'll see him over the weekend. Dan, how are you feeling right now?
We're going through it right now. We have already seen 2 matches go all the way to 5 maps. Here very well could follow that exact same path, but now we head into map number 3, the midpoint of this best of 5 series, most likely, as XO were able to answer back here in map number 2, and now Downpayment, it's their turn to pick a convergence map, and it's going to be Central Park.
Yep, this map has been very prominent throughout the entire series from the first and second, and we've seen a lot of decisive wins and decisive rounds come from this map itself. So I'm excited to see how Downpayment is what kind of strategy that they're gonna bring, because they've been known for just bringing out 222s, right? And we've seen kind of the entire gamut being used up by XOXO, which again, if you look at the stats of it, there were a lot of team fights won by Downpayment, but unfortunately they were not able to push the mission vehicle to where they needed it. So I wonder what cleanups are going to be adjusted, or what kind of changes we're going to see on both sides.
Yeah, like you mentioned, Downpayment just had so many more eliminations when you compared it to XO. If you looked at the scoreboard alone, you would have thought that Downpayment took control of the map, and lo and behold, XO, like we talked about before we went to the break, they played the objective. They played to what they had to do in order to take control of the map. And I know I tried saying simple fundamentals, but I know that was the most incorrect terminology for XO. They were just going down the list. So,
but they fundamentals, sure, but they went the entire wheel just there. You know, they took, if they wanted to turn right, they took 3 lefts, and then okay, I turned right eventually, so we're all right. It's still the same result. And considering that, I'm just trying to recall again. Today's going to be a bit of a haze if I try to think about it tomorrow, but they didn't even run a res comp, but they still. Downpayment was winning most of the team fights. They were still able to find ways in it. I mean, yeah, if any coach is there in chat, let us know your insights with how well they were able to just continue going on with the volume of, that Randy Marsh meme, I didn't hear no bell. And then it's like, he just keeps coming back. That's XOXO. You keep knocking them down, sending them back to respawn. But man, are they gritty. Man, do they really bounce back.
They, in fact, can do this all day.
Yeah,
and from what it looks like, we're going to be here all day.
All night for me, bro.
XO are just going to go swinging again. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Central Park, Downpayment on the defensive side, XO on the offensive as we head into the picks, bans, and locks for, what is this, the 13th time? Yeah, the 13th time.
You're right. This is the 13th map that we're commentating. Oh my god. This is wild. I feel like, oh gosh. I mean, I'm the one that saw the best of 8, map 8 of the best of 7, and now I'm here, potentially all throughout the best of 5s. I feel like I have a curse, man. I'm sorry I passed it on to you, Dan. It's the OT.
It gives us content.
It does.
It gives stuff for the viewers at home to watch.
Watch
and,
as
you are witnessing the banger with us as we make our way through these picks and bans. Emma going to be banned away. Strange also going to be banned away. This is convergence, so denying the Strange, denying any sort of portal coming in to just prevent the stagger is vital when it comes to these kinds of maps.
This was the same type of strategy XOXO went with in the previous map. They attacked the vanguards instead of the strategist in their first 2 bans. And that's when they will ban out the Mantis on Downpayment side, while Luna gets banned out. So it's actually a mirror ban pick of sorts. Lock in the Magneto, lock in the Luna, and now XOXO can choose to ban out. Who would they try to choose for? Adam Warlock, okay. Just to get rid of the res comp, and they could actually lock in the res comp if they want to. Even though it didn't cook that much in the first map, maybe they wanted to run it, but it seems like they're going to go with Emma Frost instead.
Yeah, Emma Frost has been slowly picking up in popularity when it comes to these picks and bans. This Silent Seduction, as well as just being able to provide the quick shields, an extra source of invulnerability in terms of crowd control in Emma Frost's kit is going to just prove to be important when you try to go for these controls, especially with the chokehold that Emma Frost can also provide. The crowd control is just going to be enough for a quick pick, a quick cleanup, you name it.
Choke slam.
Emma Frost, yeah, literally a choke slam.
We've seen a lot of shutdowns of ultimates with her grab and her choke slam, so that is definitely at least in XOXO's favor. I was surprised that Downpayment didn't actually opt to ban out the Venom, because I think that was one of the keys to victory they experienced in map 1, that they denied the Venom and forced Captain America, because as you pointed out, Dan, Venom is the dive tank that you have to worry about. Company that with the Jeff is really good, but a Feast of the Abyss that gets damage boost or gets that snare going on, really good. Now it seems like XOXO is considering a bit of flyer comp here with a tandem of Ultron and Torch.
Yeah, the Ultron Torch combo that we all know and love. Many teams like to operate this kind of composition, and here on Central Park, it is a very vertical heavy map as well. So XO will decide to opt for it. This was their backup composition back in stage 1, but I'm sure here in stage 2 it's going to be no different.
They were the ones to popularize flyers, right? And the height of Ultron, as Ultron was reaching its peak, right? They were already using up that Ultron. But now it seems like Six and Bobo King, man, they are a menace when it comes to the hit scan here. And Bobo King doing an amazing job. If he's able to flank and set up, you gotta be very careful. Uh-oh, nice push just to keep him away. But Alone Phil's also able to actually finish off Bobo King there to send him back to spawn as they try to take over the mission area.
Yep. Man advantage in favor of Downpayment. Make that even more. Now it's a 2-man advantage as Bobo King still scrambling back to make it onto the site. Quick regroup coming in from Downpayment, but can they defend in time? There is a trade, but Alone Phils is just cooking on this Human Torch as he's just able to find a triple. Yeah, quite literally cooking, making a quad, maybe even a penta, but won't find any more. But in the end, XO, they play the objective and they will take control of the first point.
Alone Phil's literal moth to a flame analogy here, just making sure that his flame shots are working quite well. They tried to stagger to just hold on to the point, but they ran into the flame shots of Alone Phil's. Possibly something that Downpayment might consider in the next ban pick. And a supernova just for Bobo King. But we continue on to try and counter out this invisible boundary. Furikaka did set up an invisible boundary while Six is on the Goddess of Death. XOXO still sustain and stay alive.
Yeah, I don't think Six is able to find much more value than this, as Sunjoku and 27 Days teaming up to try to go for the dive, using the Rage of Ultron to try to take out any stragglers. But Lumi, a well-timed Fate of Both Worlds, will keep everyone alive and keep everyone away from the Silent Seduction, but everyone on XO using basic abilities, using basic left clicks to just wipe out Downpayment, and XO will keep on pushing.
That was kind of unfortunate. Bobo King was setting up real well, but got counter. His Dance with Butterflies was responded well, and you had the right click on Ace's side. So still uncontested and still undenied is this next point. Bobo King has already switched up to the Star-Lord. Tries to touch, but man, there's still a lot of time left on the clock, and nice heals and bubble as well to keep Bobo King alive.
Yeah, I got a little worried there. He was kind of just going on his own. Oh, okay, he still goes out at the end. Never mind. all that resources, all for naught, as the rest of Downpayment just desperately try to deny the second point, but it is inevitable.
Yeah, man. Oh, God, look at that. Almost 5 minutes on the clock for this next push to happen. Now Downpayment are slowly staggered back to the point that's going to allow the objective to gain a lot of real estate here, Dan. And they still haven't solved the flyer problem, which is 27 A's and alone fills.
So the best solution is to use hit scan. 6
Okay.
was on the Hella, but is rocking now on the Ultron. And it looks like it's doing a lot of work now as he's able to take out alone fills.
Trying to get a pull onto 6 here just to put him closer to the team fight. And we do know that Ultron is so good with the escapability. Sungjuk Woo giving people, oh wow, just actually snaring everyone into the supernova as Alone Fills gonna light up Dracula's castle with the flame tornadoes. 27 A's is gonna get his lick back there, taking out 6. Gets that receipt as we push past the halfway mark and we try to push for a 3-point game. And now 27 A's trying to keep everyone alive, actually keep his fellow flyer alive. And we still keep pushing as Ace still holds on to his insurance, his karmic revival, folks. Don't leave home without it.
Don't give them another inch.
Don't do that indeed, as Bobo King doing his best to defend as the invisible boundary with the bubble, but the silent seduction is going to be healed up. Bobo King needs to be extra careful here as the Galactic Legend not going to quite land the mark, not going to find any sort of value, but it's now Fun's turn. He's able to find a snipe onto 27 A's, but the Karmic Revival will deny any sort of playmaking potential that Downpayment looked to go for. And now XO, now in a commanding position. None of these ultimates are available except Gloomy with the Fateable World. Just 10 seconds of Downpayment being able to hold down the fort.
Now
once that time expires, what do they do? Here comes Sungjuk Woo with the feast. Oh my gosh, my voice is so showing cracks.
It is, and the cracks and the armor is being shown here. XOXO still holding strong. When it comes to the ultimates, it seems like Alone Fills will be the first one to actually get it. Ace on the Cocoon can still find his way back into this matchup, and now Alone Fills has bright like a star as he tries to force everyone back to spawn. It's going to be the first Fun. Now Bobo King is going to follow suit, and the feed lights up red as XOXO try to put the nail in the coffin, but Furakaka keeps everyone alive with that boundary. But he does get a lick back there. XOXO uncontested, unable to stop the moving train that is XOXO, and Downpayment need to get a 3 or nothing here for them to stay alive.
Yeah, overtime or bust for Downpayment right now. XO just steamrolled through Downpayment. Anything that Downpayment tried to do, XO did better. And that dive composition with the Venom from Sungjuk Woo is proving to be so valuable when it comes to these kinds of fights. XO, although they weren't running a full dive composition, all you need is just a Venom. All you need is the torch just going in every so often. That's really all you need.
Yeah,
and that's what XO just had to do.
The Flyers were doing really well. Like, they added so much poke, and Sungjuk Woo just disrupting the backline. And the Karmic Revival also just countering any of the ultimates, any of the elims that they were able to get. So now Downpayment kind of considering the Jeff. I do see where that could take them. But man, in this matchup, you really want to be able to at least take out an Ultron or a Human Torch, because XOXO just proved why these are the most dangerous heroes on this matchup.
Oof. Now we flip the sides. Round number 2. XO on the defensive now. It's overtime or bust, like we said. Downpayment need to go in swinging. They got absolutely steamrolled, but can they do the same?
It's gonna be the Jeff factor. That could change things. It's the Jeff and Adam diff here. They do have pretty much the same type of lineup. Also an Emma, but they do have to answer the eyes in the sky there. And Jeff is trying his best to just left click his way. But we just continue on as the ultimates are building up here in this laning phase.
Both teams finding their marks, trying to stack up their ultimates as soon as possible, but it's a lone fill with the left clicks, able to open things up. 27As will follow suit, and XO looking to hold at least for this first skirmish here.
Yeah, doing a good job. I would say that Ace also taking out Donald. XOXO still, Downpayment still has some time. XOXO cannot afford to have them unlock this mission area, so Downpayment can still try to persist, still try to change things up. They're still going with, actually, they're going with a 3 strategist lineup, so this could possibly help out. But man, like you said, Sungjuk Woo, the synergy of the Flyers is just really tough to go by here. And accompany that with a Rage, we do also have Jeff with the Swallow here, but save that thing up for Akaka. And unfortunately, unable to get anyone. We've got 3. We're getting all elims on the side of XOXO, so a denial of the take second time for XOXO onto Downpayment. So still all XOXO as we reach the halfway mark.
Oh, this is not good for Downpayment. They're looking out of it right now. They need some signs of life, and that sign of life is Bobo King, Kakai, Donald, and Fun all very close to their ultimates, but XO will beat them right to it.
But now we do see that Fun using the Meteor and Bobo King slowly building up that Galactic Legend. They do have a response here as Redster does have the Invisible Boundary, but no, it's actually the Psionic Seduction. Bobo King taking out 27As, but you know what that means. Insurance policy still keeps everyone alive, but no, we still continue on here, able to actually take out. Now the feed is lighting up blue for them to actually take out 2 for the price of 1 here. Sungjuk Woo trying to go for that dive as they try to push for the point. Redster now has already finished off the Invisible Boundary, but 27As is going to continue with that Rage and try to just stop any efforts for them to control the mission area. Downpayment forced to go back here as Bobo King wants to get an Elim out of the sky here, taking out 27As, doing a good job. We get a Swallow here, but get the Elim off of Jeff. Donald now taking out Reds. It goes back and forth. It's 2 for 2. Ace now slowly building up that Karmic Revival, and Sungjuk Woo. The feed is slightly going in Red's favor, and just like that, XOXO controlling the pace of this matchup.
It looked close. It almost seemed like Downpayment were able to break through, but in the end, it was XO with a godlike defense. As Downpayment threw everything in there. So many ultimates invested, so much resources used, and it resulted in nothing. And now with 30 seconds, it's desperation on the side of Downpayment. What do you do in this situation? They need to look for a fight now. They need to look for the winning play.
Let's see if they're able. Who's going to get the ultimate first? But Akaka does have the fate of both worlds, but Alone Phil taking out Fun, so they're 1 Vanguard down. Forced to go for the Feast of the Abyss, and now XOXO need to respond to this takeover onto point, forcing the Galactic Legend and save the... We do have the Karmic Revival to keep everyone alive. Can he hunt them down? We still stay alive, and now there's the time for Downpayment to march their way down here. But Sungjuk Woo able to take out Akaka, and now unable to get the... that was so close, but he's still just trying to contain one of the strategists here, and that is going to force them in a really tough battle as XOXO clean up the point here, Dan.
Yeah, that'll do it. XO, a commanding map 3, and they put themselves at match point first, and Downpayment just never had a grip in this entire map, it seemed like.
I'll tell you this much, you did point it out. I think it might be just Sungjuk Woo on that Venom. You deny the Venom from the first map, okay, that's able to do, you're able to actually win it. But here, he was doing so well just distracting the strategist, forcing Alone Fills, and also, I believe it was, 27As to kind of run roughshod up in the air uncontested. They were forced to go for a triple strategist, but unfortunately, Bobo King couldn't have that same type of magic or that same type of flash he did before because he's unable to get the Psylocke going. He's unable to cover ground with that Star-Lord, and they were just ahead in terms of they beat them to the punch when it came to ultimate trades and also cooldowns for them to be able to get this. So kind of surgical on XOXO's side.
Yeah, the resource management was absolutely perfect from XO. They just had enough resources where you see Downpayment having their ultimates online. They had 4 at one point. They dumped everything. Surely they would have been able to secure the site, but XO were just able to secure those ultimates in the nick of time and just counter every single blow that Downpayment threw at them. And look what the result is. Now XO in a commanding map point, series point, and Downpayment. There's a lot of things to consider.
Yeah,
with your backs against the wall like this.
I would say what's terrifying is that I think Downpayment was really countered the dive of XOXO. But now that XOXO is showing us different layers to their game, not just Sungjak-woo being the playmaker, but you got Ace onto the Warlock. You have Alone Fills in 27 A's just getting picked off left and right. I just think that they weren't ready for this type of XOXO, which Sungjak-woo in the interview was talking about. They're like, yeah, people know us for the dive, but we got to start playing the meta. We got to start playing with the flyers. We got to start playing with what works in competitive, because they want to be one of the representatives for our region, since they're an all-Thai team. And that was actually a really good showing on their part, them showing us different layers and having that flyer meta, just showing us that they are very well versed in it.
Yeah, but I can see they put in a lot of work over the week-long break that we had here in the Asia region. Keep in mind, these teams did also have a week to recover, recuperate from week 2.
Also, one thing I want to point out is this is one of the matches that you didn't see XOXO changing characters constantly, having that revolving door.
Yeah.
So they were very confident in that. So, folks, scoreline is 2-1. We're going to take a short break. After that is going to be map number 4. So don't go away. More of Marvel Rivals when we come back.
누워진 밤하늘을 가로질러 Oh yeah, oh yeah. 필요할 때 내가 널 지켜줄게 간절히 바라면 이루어지는 마법인 거야 운명의 소리 들려 여기서 저기서 날 찾으면 달빛이 날 비춰와 시작해야 let's go 어둡고 흘러는 우주 따뜻한 눈으로 감싸나 순간 신비롭게 녹아내릴 거야 좀 더 기다려 I'll be there 쓰러지지 마 끝까지 일어나야 해 어딜 가든지 극복해 힘은 너에게 있는 걸 소리 높여 노래를 불러 작은 걱정 따윈 던지고 최선을 다해 가슴을 쳐봐 어둠이 떠날 때까지 아름다운 꿈을 밝혀봐 우리에게 달려서 그 세계 운명 어둠이 떠날 때까지 세계 운명 오랜 시간 간직해온 열망 까만 밤의 빛처럼 빛나 네 눈앞에 바로 왔던 나라 탑을 딱 봐도 superstar 딱 보면 모두 널 지킬 나란 걸 더 지켜볼수록 점점 빠져들어 카리스마 넘쳐 흘러 oh yeah 운명의 소리 들려 여기서 저기서 날 찾으면 달빛이 날 비춰와 시작이야 let's go 어둡고 흘러는 우주 따뜻한 눈으로 감싸나 순간 신비롭게 녹아내릴 거야 좀 더 기다려 I'll be there 쓰러지지 마 끝까지 일어나야 해 어딜 가든지 극복해 힘은 너에게 있는 걸 소리 높여 노래를 불러 작은 걱정 따윈 던지고 최선을 다해 가슴을 쳐봐 어둠이 떠날 때까지 아름다운 꿈을 밝혀봐 우리에게 달려서 그 세계 운명 눈이 부신 모든 순간들 지켜내야 해 내게 주어진 운명
And welcome back, folks, to an intense match between Downpayment versus XOXO. From map number 2 to map number 3, it's kind of day and night difference with how XOXO was able to play that because of the confidence that was brought to the table in Central Park. You got Dan and Potch Spice keeping you company. Dan, how you feeling, man? Are we feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? What's going on?
Oh no, I'm definitely feeling it now. We're already gone into map number 4. We've got one more best of 5 after this one, so we still got a ways ahead of us. But now we head into map number 4 between XO and Downpayment. XO on match point, and now the ball is in Downpayment's court yet again, and they will choose to go for a domination map here in map number 4. It's going to be Burden T'Challa. The domination map here.
Yeah, usually, or I don't know, it just seemed like they want to be able to duplicate that same type of success that they did in map number 1 and bring back the domination. Well, I mean, Gen G realized, okay, that's our flaw, let's bring it back to that. So it's very interesting to see the thought process, which makes me wonder also what kind of version of XOXO are we going to see? Are we going to see that confident XOXO and playing into this type of flyer strategy, or just sticking with it? Or are they going to try and mix things up once again and throw everything in the kitchen sink to try and see which works?
Definitely a big question mark indeed, but both teams are going to ban away 2 different bans.
Wow.
Emma Frost and the Jeff going to be taken off the table off the rip.
I like it. Downpayment knows that XOXO usually targets their vanguards. They lock in at least the Magneto. We've seen them ban out the Strange, but seems like they will go for the Luna Snow because this is a domination map, so maybe more priority on the sustain. And I like it. Ultron is going to get locked in by XOXO. That was one of the difference makers in the keys to success that they did bring to the table. So another ban on the side of Downpayment, and I like it. Going for the Venom ban, just reminiscent of the previous one. So they're going to force out a Captain America from XOXO if they want to play dive.
Yep, Captain America has to be the option for Sung Jung-woo if he does opt to go for the more dive composition. As XO, they do lock the Ultron, but a quick response from Downpayment to ban away the Human Torch is going to be a valuable ban, especially when XO did invest one of their picks for the Ultron.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. It's just they did just ban out the nice. So the Mantis. So you're gonna see a lot of soul resurgence as well as buffs. So you are, even if you are target banning certain heroes from players, you're kind of leaving the strategists on the table here. You can still run triple strat with that Ultron and Mantis. So now the last lock in for Downpayment could be very telling. Maybe they want to lock in strategist as well. Let's wait and see who they're gonna go for. Jeff is still on the table for them to lock in. They still also have eyes on maybe they can't use Emma, so a Warlock.
Oh, very strong ban here, especially on domination, where you're just non-stop fighting, non-stop getting elims left and right, and if you're able to use the Adam Warlock's Karmic Revival to prevent any sort of staggering,
they should ban out the Venom also on the other side. But no, they ban out the Ultron. So they're allowing the Fun Venom, or is it Donald using that? So note, in the first domination map, Downpayment kind of went with an anti-dive strategy. That's why they're kind of vying for the Hulk here. So I wonder if they're going to go with that, because when they went for that, that's when XOXO was able to capitalize.
Yep, indeed. And now, what is the option here? It looks like it's going to be Downpayment using the Gamma Squid team up ability. But does XO do the same here? Looks like they're going to do it as well. We'll see. Yeah, mirror matchup indeed. Sung Jung-woo now on the Captain America like we all expected. Oh, never mind. I forgot. Nope.
We're still getting the tour. We're still getting the tour, man. So it's all good.
we're getting that revolving wheel of what heroes we can play here.
Yeah, so we're not calling it just.
Is it a wheel? Do you think they use a wheel, or did they use like a dart? Yeah,
I
like,
think they
all
use
the-
a
all those
dice.
things.
I don't know. What's a creative way, Chad, for people to rotate around heroes? Because I just feel like XOXO, all of them, the very minimum of you to enter XOXO is you got to play a dive hero. Because anyone could play Spider-Man, anyone could play Black Panther. We've seen them kind of rotate around the carousel of dive characters. But now having the Mantis Ultron and as well as the copy of the Loki could prove to be very well for XOXO here as Ace tries to hunt down a Elam here. Yo!
Hey, Alone Phils gets picked off by 6. And that's a great opener for Down Payment. They looked so out of it in those past 2 maps, but here they're looking for some sort of redemption.
Seitha able to actually get an Elam out of Donald, actually using the Diamond Crush. And now we continue on here as we push forward. And now it seems like Seitha is trying to control the mission area and getting a push. And we have 27 A's in the skies just to be able to provide that poke here. No one has won just yet. 2 Elims on each side. Let's see if Sungjuk Woo is going to add any damage here as he's the Captain America. We do see that Fun has already went to puny banner form, and XOXO has won the mission site.
Yep, XO will take control in the end, despite a great pick from Down Payment. As Alone Phils does adjust from the Star-Lord onto the Winter Soldier. And, hey, Sungjuk, how you doing?
He's just aura farming, bro. He's just standing
He's
there.
just-
It's like, America is #1 here with Captain America with the Freedom Charge getting ready.
He's saying that and no one is looking at him
Yeah.
until now.
That's aura debt, bro. So, but Sungjuk Woo he wants to be the magnet of attention, right? That's what you want as a diver. And we do get a copy, Goddess of Mischief on Rezer's side. And Alone Phils going for the slam dunk of the Kraken impact. Gonna wait for the next target. It is gonna be onto the Phoenix. And just like that, he has another target in his sights. Tries to go for the Karmic Revival, but we have Alone
gets
Phils
it.
able to actually get the Elims here.
Does get the Elims in time, but still in favor of XOXO01. 60% now all in their favor. Down Payment still have yet to take control of the site. They're not going to opt to use the strange portal just yet.
They still got time. It's still all good. They can try to force their way. Do have a dive in Fun, but they got to be very careful and mindful of that percentage that is slowly climbing, folks. So we do see the synergy of Jeff and Venom coming on in here. Psionic Seduction, just for him to be able to get countered out here. Freedom Charge, you're going to get a dunk. And Donald gets 2 for the price of 1.
Yep, there's the End Song Inferno with the Meteor M Wombo combo that we all have seen before. And Down Payment will take full advantage of that. Everyone on XO just falling off the map to prevent staggers. We've seen this before, and that is a good strategy to utilize here as XO look to reset quickly.
True. So I think it's a good time to play it slow and steady for now. Alone Phils able to get the uppercut and now forcing out the Feast of the Abyss here. Alone Phils slowly getting that Kraken impact, and 27A starts the charge here by taking out Lumi. So that's one strategist down. While we get a Kraken impact, we got the Death Mark, and he's trying to go for the Elam and the reset here.
Goes for the reset, but will settle with 1 for the time being. A great hook onto Donald. That'll isolate him and take him out. Doesn't give him time to walk back into the invisible boundary. Alone Phils is just flicking onto so many members of Down Payment. At this point, slowly reaching that 100% mark as 27 A's is able to track down 6. No chance for the impact to go off. Here comes the Itch Jeff. No, it catches 3.
Oh, man,
that's
it's
2.
low.
I lied.
Yeah, it gets
but
2.
is it going to be enough?
Oh,
we'll see if it's
he's
enough.
able to get super. Oh, but Bobo King able to actually get the revive onto the Jeff, so the Jeff stays alive in this matchup. Rez able to actually copy the boundary, but 27 A's is being uncontested in the sky. So even though there was that Karmic Revival insurance, we still continue on fighting here as the overtime is slowly whittling away in favor of XOXO. Sungjuk Woo finds his next mark, wants to get the Elim, gets the Elim out of Bobo King, and now it's only 1 left. Lumi now also getting chased out here. They do go for the portal on Alone Phil's side. And XOXO slowly but surely just whittling away the overtime for them to be able to get the first map here in Baron T'Challa. That's only the first map, folks.
We got another round here, but XO are looking strong here. They've definitely powered up throughout this entire series. Downpayment, they did take the first map, but XO are just in a commanding position. They're looking to take 3 maps in a row.
Yeah, and I'll point it out once again, Dan. They're not switching characters. They're that confident in this lineup. And why not? Because of how well they were able to capture the first fight, and so for them to hold on for so long, they showed us levels to this game that they don't have to force dive so much, because again, dive isn't so good, especially if you're going up against the triple support that is happening on most teams. And with Jeff and Adam Warlock, it could be hard. So let's see what the adjustments are going to be made on Downpayment side here, as XOXO still stick to the same lineup.
Retain the Venom Jeff team up ability. Luby's still on the Adam Warlock. They did lock it for themselves, so that Karmic Revival, we haven't seen value out of it just yet, but I'm sure it could be a little bit different here in the second round.
Yeah, interesting that Bobo King switched out. I thought him and Six were doing really well. He switched out to the Jeff, so maybe we're going to see a duelist Jeff in this matchup. But 27 A's to start things out with the Rage, just to push them away. And now we get the choke slam and the Elim off of Donald, one of the Vanguards here, forcing out the invisible boundary, while Six tries to clean up shop here and actually gets the fadeaway Elim out of Alone Phil. So 1-for-1 Elim on both sides as Six continues on here. Dangerously low is Captain America, and Rez forced to go for the Soul Resurgence copy.
Song Inferno going to be used, but Zeta is able to take out Farika Kai. Rez will do the same onto Lumi, but Six doing as much damage as possible, but Lumi has the Karmic Revival to keep the Downpayment in this fight. But can XO secure the site? Not just yet, as the rest of Downpayment are going to pile on in. This might take a long time before any sort of fight is resolved here. As a little bit off here. You got a shark. You got a shark stuck at the bottom of the map. Bubble King gets taken out.
Yeah, unfortunate there. We still have not won this first mission area. Holy smokes, they're really going all out here, and it seems like XOXO are lighting up the board left and right, but Psionic Seduction might be the difference maker here. It's going to be a 2v1 versus a Vanguard. Alone Phil's now just cleaning up Fun, sending him back, and finally we have won our first engagement here. XOXO slowly climb up here in terms of percentage.
These Downpayment aren't going to be shut out this time around. They are going to have 14% to their name, but obviously you want more than that. As Sungjuk Woo getting dangerously low will rejoin the team to get some extra healing, extra support down. But the rest of the back line of XO are just crisp right now. Six getting 1v1 down by Alone Phil, who looks for a hook. Doesn't quite land the mark, but it's still doing so much damage with this area of effect.
Yeah, he does have his Kraken Impact ready to work with, but they pushed them so far back that they're not a threat just yet towards the mission area. And we do have Seitha just holding strong as one of the best tanks in the game. And now we try to double it up. Alonso's taking out Lumi. All good. It's getting a little too hot for him to try and go for a reset. But the fact that he was able to force out a defense ultimate, it's already a win. And now we see that Ace is going to know that there is a Venom that is roaming around and cleans up shop here. So it's still holding strong on XOXO's side, and now we're past the 50% mark, Dan.
Has been past 60 now in favor of XO. Downpayment. Can't fall over like this just yet. You cannot do that, but Bobo King gets slammed down by Sungjuk Woo. 27 A's will follow up onto 6. Donald. Fate is the same, but Lumi comes in again with the Karmic Revival. But can they find any sort of value as Sungjuk Woo has to Freedom Charge and is just charging down What is left of down payment? Is Jeff going to be used by Bubble King? But can he find the value? But Songjung Woo, look at him go. He is just an absolute menace in the back line. As everyone on down payment are just scattered. They are not finding any room, any chance of coming back. They are getting picked off. XO are all over the map. They're all over down payment. And they're all over the series. XO take down payment 3-1.
What a performance by XOXO. They kind of staggered a little bit at the start, but once they were able to find their groove in map 2 and 3, it was kind of all she wrote. And they were able to they only lost one map. It is a 1-3 in favor of XOXO. And I think when it came down to it, they just really had to play the meta. They played it very well. They still threatened that dive because you could still see the respect ban on the Venom. You still see the respect ban onto the Torch. So this is what's very scary going up against XOXO, because they will force it. But if you are so ready for it, they go back to the meta, which is a working composition of what we're known for, or what we see in competitive. So an excellent performance by XOXO. But guys in the chat, please give it up for Down Payment, giving us an amazing game and really pushing XOXO to that limit and forcing them to kind of go unconventional, which is the meta.
Yeah, and XO, if you never seen them play before, they are a team that really like to go for the dive composition. But like you mentioned, Posh, Down Payment really made XO diversify their champion pool, their hero pool, and go for different compositions. You did say that they wanted to work on these other compositions. They're known for dive. They want to go for other compositions as well. And here they are making a statement that, hey, we can play the meta if you need us to. And they did just that.
We'll play meta.
Okay,
I gotta cross my hands. Like, I guess I'll play meta. Ugh, I'm not gonna dive. But I mean, I know that they want to give the fans what they want. They can go for the dive. But right now, there's a lot at stake. It is the playoffs, and they gotta lock in. And it just seems like the 7-day period, they were able to kind of refine their strategy and really work their own magic into this. And Sungjuk Woo, known for going for the duelist. We saw him do very well onto the Venom and the Captain America, kind of going for the Vanguard role while everyone else is kind of left to shine like Alone Fills in 27As. So I think now we're seeing, if you guys have been following us since Marvel Rivals Championship, Stage 1 and now Stage 2, you can see the evolution of this team, and you can't help but root for them because they are doing their best to kind of stay above and beyond everyone else here, and just noting that they're not a one-trick pony, that they're just going to keep diving all the way.
That's what they've been known for, right? They've been doing so much of that composition, but it's nice to see that they are still able to play the meta. Like we said, if they have to, they will do it. Especially with the bans coming in from opposing teams to try to shut down the dive. But in the end, XO, if they're able to get their dive going, if they're able to get their traditional composition going, this is going to be a scary team to play against.
Yeah.
And something that fans really love to see, because you don't see a lot of teams running full dive compositions nowadays.
I think what is scary the most about XOXO is that they'll pull it out if they have to, or if they want to, right?
Yeah.
So you got to be careful what kind of version of XOXO you have to prepare for. Down Payment, all right, you know what? They prepared for it. They went with Namor. They went with Hulk. They shut down the dive. But when they started to see XOXO, they're going meta. They're going with dive vanguards. That's when things start to get very scary for them, because it's like, wait, we're kind of known, or like people are known for seeing them just really persist on the dive. So you just love to see the levels to this. I'm sure Down Payment will also learn and grow from this, and it's not the end of their run just yet. They will have a chance at the lower bracket to be able to fight their way all the way to the grand final. So I think it's good that they were able to face this adversity now, so that they're able to adjust accordingly.
Yeah, they did adjust that, and now Down Payment have to await for their next matchup. They are in the lower brackets this time around, but like you said, they're not out of it just yet. They still have the lower bracket to try to rebound back into the grand finals if they are able to make a deep enough run. But on the flip side, XO still staying alive in the upper bracket, and they will be playing against the winner between Reject and Incipients, our last best of 5 of today.
Oof, that is going to be a barn burner too, because we talked about how Gaku is just a menace with that magic, right? And he did 1v1 up against XOXO in Incipients versus XOXO, but it seemed like I'd say XOXO was more ready for that dive. So I wonder how Rejects is going to deal with that type of aggression for our last match of the day. So it's 3-1, folks. Not the full best of 5. Oh, darn it, Dan. Oh, no.
We thought we almost had the streak going.
I was going to get ready to put another coffee pot going on, man. We're going to go all day here. But it is what it is. We still got to give our flowers to both these teams for giving us an amazing showing. And we did see that signs of success on down payment. So can't wait to see how they're going to fare in the next couple of days. Did see also levels to Bobo King. That was the first time actually we saw him on something that's outside of Duelist. We saw him, well, I mean, you could say Jeff is pseudo Duelist, but
he's
not on the
starting to
sideline.
lean more towards the utility side, but
True.
still a strong pick in the right hands. Yeah.
Do you remember like in season 1 or 2 where Jeff wasn't reworked, that he could swim for ages and he was actually DPS Jeff?
Yeah.
That was crazy, dude.
I had to deal with that at times in my own games. That was so annoying. Just
where am I getting
peppering
hit
the
from?
backline.
Then it's Jeff with the right clicks, because the right clicks didn't have a max of 3. They just kept going.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, oh my god.
Good times.
times.
Were those good times? I don't know, but we'll see.
It's nice to reminisce on where we've
nice
come
to,
from and where we're now.
Reminisce our traumas sometimes. Anyway, yeah. Soon enough, we'll get the next matchup underway. But yeah,
I think
what's up?
we will be interviewing someone, but we're just gonna wait and confirm with Mother Base if we will talk to someone on XOXO side. Can't wait to see that. But since we are reminiscing, we will have to reminisce on Gamma Squid soon enough, because Gamma Squids are gonna be out. It's gonna be like a shock wave, right? That Namor is gonna be using, and also once he gets elims, he has he's gonna have spooky squids, or he's gonna have like ghost squids if you get an elim. XOXO.
We have received word from home base. It is going to be the Spider-Man goat himself. It's Sungjuk Woo of XOXO01. We will get that going as soon as possible.
Let your voices be heard, chat, because we're going to talk to Sungjuk Woo. There he is. Sungjuk Woo, congratulations on a hard-fought match. How are you feeling? How's the team feeling that they won their first playoffs match?
Yeah, we're feeling good. Like our first match is the first map is kind of hard for us because like we haven't like warm up yet, so like we just need a little bit of like warm up. Yeah, so yeah, we're happy for the win.
Nice, because after that warm up, 3 straight. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And you did. I know. Pasha pointed this out. You guys are known for the dive composition. Have you guys been working on the other meta compositions as well? Because I know you guys had a week off. Did you have time to work on these other compositions if you need to pull them out?
Yeah, we've been like trying some other comps, like because we've been practicing like other comp like for months or 2 months, and we just kind of decided like for a flyer character, you know. Yeah, because like Torch is so OP, Torch and Neutron is so OP.
Congratulations on that map. I want to take it to map 2 when you guys were in Spider Island. You guys were going through the different characters, right? Do you have any highlight moments or any fun moments that you want to talk about in that map? Because we saw an Iron Man by Alone Fills, we saw Black Panther.
Oh yeah, so we kind of just like switched like everything all over the place, and the funny moment is like where like we're on defense like, and then like I was trying to touch for like the last second, then like I didn't make it. I was like in VC9, so yeah.
That's fine. You guys won at the end of the day, Dan.
Yeah, I think that'll wrap us up here. We will let you go celebrate with the team. And congratulations on that win.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Fighting Sungjaku. All right, see you soon. Thank you. Okay, there you go. He's a man of truth. He wasn't able to hit that objective, but hey, they still won. Actually, that was the map where it was down payments to actually get more KOs, but they were still able to play the objectives.
Yeah. That is
objectives,
surprising. I'm not gonna lie. Just the amount of eliminations that Downpayment had made it look like that they had the map, but somehow, some way, it was XO instead taking over. And with that is going to be a deep look on the team of XOXO01. He has also pointed out that we have been working on the other compositions, and here we saw it happen. But for now, we'll see if they're able to keep it going in the upper bracket as we do go for a little bit of a break as we head into and prepare for the final best of 5 of tonight. It's Incipients up against Reject. You don't want to miss that one. And don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Oh yeah, 필요할 때 내가 널 지켜줄게 간절히 바라면 이루어지는 마법인